So this snub nose finally arrived. This is gonna be a fake unboxing. What? I kind of already unboxed it. I'm doing like this Patreon Christmas calendar, so we checked it out as soon as it is arrived. But yeah, if I haven't told you, you wouldn't notice. But yeah, and I did a little tweak to it. Has to do with the stand, so we're gonna talk about that also. So this is gonna be a fake unboxing, and it's gonna be my first thoughts about the Fermentasaurus Snub Nose and what makes this into a Fermentasaurus Snub Nose. And this is actually also the Fermenter King Snub Nose, and yeah, I'm gonna go into that. If you don't know what Fermenter King is, I have a video about that fermenter also. I'm checking out all of these bubbles from Keg King, also checking out some bubbles from Kegland, and of course we're gonna come to that part also when we compare this snub nose to the Fermzilla all-rounder. But yeah, maybe not in this video. With that said, let's get unboxing. I'm Dr. Hans, and this is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and homebrewing. So if you're into beer and homebrewing and want to learn with me how to become a better brewer, consider becoming a subscriber. Nice! And of course, thumbs up the video, ring that little bell. Stop talking, doctor, and get this out. So, the snub nose, we know the shape by now. It's the standard Fermentasaurus shape with the small opening. And as usual, you have to do a little crafting before you can get to use it. I have some stuff here. One big thing I do like about this is now this comes with the pressure kit, so you actually are getting what you're promised straight out of the box. So this is kind of smart. It's the same bubble on the Fermentasaurus, on the Fermenter King. They just didn't drill the hole. So I'm guessing that can bring costs down. And it's the same stand, just upside down. It came with the handles, like for the normal Fermentasaurus or Fermenter King. This is the new stand, the Fermenter King stand. So you actually had to snap these off, and they're quite tight. So it's a little fiddly, but it's only once, so you can live with that. So now I have the correct stand. If I should complain about a big thing about Fermentasaurus, is that I'm carrying it always down to the brew shed, and it always breaks my back. So I think this is a much better solution, because the weight will now be shifted. This will be much easier. That's a win for me. And I said it before in this series, I have a whole playlist about pressurized fermentation, beers are brewed in the Fermentasaurus, and about these new fermenters. And of course, all of those will come in grain to glass videos here on my channel, so don't forget to subscribe. Most of us don't need the collection jar, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into these fermenters just concerning that collection jar. So most of us are better off with a product like this, or the Fermzilla all-rounder. Less parts, less fiddly, less cleaning, cheaper. It's a win for most. So if you don't think that you really need that collection jar for some reason, but with the Fermzilla you can flush the collection jar when you add your hops. Yes, you can do that, but I have been fermenting with the Fermentasaurus for years, dry hopping from the top, and there's no issue, because there's always going to be an overpressure in these fermenters. So when you open it up, there will be off-gassing, so no air will get in there, really. And if you are dry hopping smart, and you're dry hopping before the actual fermentation are over, when there's some activity left, yeah, you will be perfectly fine. But I want to reuse my yeast. I would recommend that instead, harvest from your starter. I have a link down below, I hope. Doctor, can you put a link down below here? I can do that. I will put the link down in the description. And speaking of links, the first link in the description goes to BrewGoat, our new channel sponsor and sponsor of this video. Nice! BrewGoat is the homebrew supplier who goes that extra mile for every customer, both online and in their store here in Stockholm, Sweden. So go and check them out in the description. Now, back to the doctor, and I'm looking forward to the arts and crafts. I have a link down below on how I do my starters, and instead of harvesting from your beer, you can harvest from your starters and save some. But go and watch that video after this one. And if you want, you could just, in the end, shake this up and pour the yeast into a sanitized jar. But there will be Trüben hops in there. Yes, but there were Trüben hops in the last beer, and if that beer didn't end up good, don't reuse the yeast. But if it was okay, then you are okay to use it. You don't need to take all of the yeast cake and the Trüb. You just need to pitch some of it. All of the stuff I'm getting here won't look the same for you, and I got some extra lid there also. I guess you won't. And this stopper, yeah, it won't look this way when you get it. I'm getting this stuff earlier, so if I find anything that I think could be improved with it, Keg King can improve on it before you get it. That's good. I have a hidden feature here also, which I didn't mention in the Fermenter King video. I was going to talk about that also. So there are two types of lids for this one, and this is the standard Fermentasaurus lid, which works awesome, and this lid actually makes it to a Fermenter King Snub Nose. So with the old lid, that's the Fermentasaurus Snub Nose, and with the new lid, there's the Fermenter King Snub Nose. And with this lid, you can attach all of the line that is in the Fermenter King line. So we have the washer. Of course, you can't go down the bottom here, so but there is a way, and we will look at that further on, how to use the washer system for this one. And there's also the thermometer. Thermometer. The thermometer. And there's also the thermometer coming with the coil going down, so you can cool and heat this. A lot of cool stuff that can be done with this lid. But if you just want the simple Fermentasaurus lid, this is fine. I have been using this for years. This has the old seal on it. I think maybe we should use it this way first time. Some complaints about the original Fermentasaurus was the smaller opening and this gasket falling off. But this gasket feels a lot tighter now, and I don't know if it's just because this is a brand new or if they made a modification to it. It wasn't a biggie. So this is the new lid, and here we have the seal here, around here, and this is much tighter to get on. You don't need the plunger, of course, for this. There's gonna be a thermowell rod you can attach in here. I could use the plunger, of course, and I'm so used also to place a thermometer probe on the side there. So, and here's the hidden feature of the Fermenter King and the Fermenter King Snub Nose. This can be attached, and here you could dry hop through without taking all the lid apart. You could put a bung there and an airlock if you want. Start your fermentation that way and just seal it off, and you have the pressure kit already mounted. That's how it looks with that lid. And should we pressure test it? Should we do the 2.4 pressure test? And the reason for the pressure testing is I always assume that all of these fermenters were not leaking when you get them, but after the issues with the Fermzilla, which now has been fixed by the new seal on the lid, yeah, we're doing like the pressure test. If you go and watch my first video about the Fermzilla, the first thoughts, I didn't do the pressure test because I just assumed that it should be not leaking. This is still left from the seal transfer video, so I have some left. If you haven't watched the seal transfer video, go and watch that video. I transfer beer from the Fermzilla into the Fermenter King JR between two see-through vessels. It's a great video. Of course, I'm just saying that because it's mine. If you're getting one of these, you need an oil filter too like this, because it can be really a pain to get this off. Put a small amount of Kluber keg lube on here. And I got a comment, why don't I test them with air instead of CO2? I should do that. This is stupid. And you can pressurize these up to 2.4 bars. That's why we're doing the 2.4 bars test and not 15 psi only test. So I've seen some people demonstrating it at 15 psi. Not just this one, but like the Fermzilla. We're gonna come back, also do experiments on the Fermenter King, but I've been busy trying out the Fermzillas, and I'm looking forward for this one also, so I really want to try this one. And just to be fair here, all of this were sent to me for free to try out, to find something wrong with it. No, but if there were any way to improve on it. And there's always gonna be a way to improve, of course. But this is a pre-model here. This is not for sale with this lid. So this is the one that are out on the market. It is leaking. Let's just find out where it's leaking. Ah, okay. Okay, it leaks through there, and yeah. As I said earlier, that's not the finished product there. Your seal won't look like that. That's just for me to play with. So there's a leak there, but yeah, as I said, yours not gonna come with it, so it's not really a fair comparison. Maybe I could like lube it. Let's just try it with the stuff that you're actually getting when you're buying the Fermentasaurus Snub Nose, and I will get back to Keg King about the stopper that is not sealing correctly. But yes, you will never get that model, so we have to give this product an honest try, and maybe an honest try is to use lube. I don't think this lid actually needs it, but it won't hurt anything if I don't blow up. Mentioned by a patron, Eric Boman, lube and O2, pure O2, which I'm using, could be a disaster. I haven't had any disaster so far. This should be working without any issues at all. I'm wasting CO2 here. Give this video a thumbs up, 15 psi. Can't hear nada. Let's bring it up to 2.4. But this shouldn't be an issue. This is the standard Fermentasaurus kit, and it has been working for years for me. But let's give it an honest try. Okay, 35 psi. It's a bit tighter now when it's fully blown up. I can't hear anything. A quick tip to sanitize everything. Pull the release valve. Get some sanitizer through that. You can also push the pin here on the gas side, and of course don't do this on your floor, but I'm doing it because just to show you. Push that, get some sanitizer through that. And on the beer side, I will use a picnic hose. And we're running sanitizer through everything. See what happened there? And maybe this will not happen to you. But when I swirled it with sanitizer, it kind of got stuck up there. So we need to open it up. Maybe just my bad luck, but maybe they need a little stiffer hose with picky, or just don't swirl it. But that actually never happened to me with the Fermentasaurus. And maybe just one time, but let's try it again to see if we can replicate it. We could kind of replicate it. It's no biggie, but no. Maybe it was just like good luck first time. If it happens, it would happen at this stage and you can easily fix it. So this is now almost ready because we still need to do some arts and craft here. There's a red marking here, which should be aligned with the line here, which goes all around. This is a 35-liter fermenter, by the way. And for you thinking that these are bad for the environment with a plastic fermenter, because you can only like use these for 2 years, then you have to re-pressurize them. I got something awesome coming, guys. Don't throw them away. We're gonna reuse them for other purposes. So don't forget to subscribe. Stay updated with the madness. Now it's fit for fight. You gotta fight! We have the thermometer strip and we have the volume strip. So if you aren't already, consider becoming a subscriber. That was the first look at the Fermentasaurus Snub Nose with the attachment, but yeah, I'm gonna sort that out together with Keg King. Thanks Keg King for sending me this to try out. Cheers guys, and thanks for watching. Då åkte Hans out. Now go and watch this video.